It is Anya, but my life just got major. I'm leaning up a little bit because I'm gonna be wanting my employers, even though most of y'all know where I work. My employers out there. I was it's so funny because I seen somebody the other day and they said, where you working at? And I said, I told them, they was like, still? I was like, yeah, I'll be there 17 years. Praise the Lord for longevity at a job that has had lots of layoffs. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you this morning because it came to me really quickly. It came to me right after I post under somebody's post, and I had to make sure I would check my heart on it. So a young lady, I presume she's married because she has another last name now, and she posted on there, imagine crashing out because access to me has been revoked, and something else. Like, boy, you acting like a toddler. Bye, boy. Something like that. And I put under her post, I said, sis, you should have put this in the group chat, not on Facebook. And I was like, oh, people that know her might get offended, people that, and I was like, but it was really coming from a place of love. So my question is, are you looking for ways to love someone or ways to be critical? I wasn't trying to be critical, so if there's backlash from my comment, I know I wasn't trying to be critical. It's like this girl that I watch, whose podcast that I listen to, she makes a lot of sense. Excuse me, Demetria Lucas. She was like, people be posting stuff on Facebook like we can help the situation, but in actuality, they just be wanting outside. They want either to expose someone or something. Now, the reason why I put on there, and this goes to the girls, to your group chat, because here's the thing, we have a tendency to be mad at someone and we crash out because we mad at them, right? We're upset, and then we go back to them and now we looking crazy. If you're not raised to really let this thing go and you're not following them papers, don't do that. Even if you are following them papers, and one time you loved that person, and one time that person was your everything, you know what I'm saying? And I truly believe that we bring too much to Facebook. And I look at some posts that I post when I was younger, and I'm like, why am I posting, what am I talking about, or whatever. But now in my 40s, I'm like, why? There's a lot of things and a lot of people I could expose, but why? So that's what made me say that. So are you looking for ways to be critical or ways to love on a person, to love a person? So many times we, as Christians, are very judgmental. And I think, and I know that's the reason why a lot of people don't want to come to church. They don't want to be a Christian because they feel like it's too many rules, right? We forget. So many times it's forgotten that you went through the same stuff that other people went through, or may still be going through, but you just don't want nobody to know. You are walking through life dealing with stuff, but you want everybody to think that it's perfect. And that's the reason why you about to go nuts. I was talking to a girlfriend on Friday night. I said, I don't have a mask on. So what you get is what you get, and you get me in my raws, you know. Is there some things I can work on? Yes. There's some things I can work on. But are those some things that I can heal from? That is healed? Yep. Yep. There are some things that's been healed in me, and that I've learned and walked through. I have. There are things that I never thought I would live down, and here I am. I mean, the truth of the matter is, here I am. You know, we have to find opportunities to love people and not just point out what's wrong, and allow God to give us and allow God to give us the opportunity to give correction if that's what He would have for us to do. Sometimes God is wanting to build that love with us, that love with that person, through us, but we miss it because we so busy wanting to correct somebody, because we gotta feel like we are, you know, like we are just everything, when in actuality, child, you going through it too. It may not look like what that person is going through. So when I placed that on Facebook, I literally did it out of love, and I hope it went to her in love. This should be in your group chat, your girls group chat. This don't need to be on Facebook, where y'all laugh at him. You don't let the whole world laugh at your man. I don't care if you are mad at him. I don't care if he is sickening and doing some things. The whole world don't need to laugh at your man. You made a decision to be with that man. Now, I don't know the ins and outs of their relationship, but that's my thought. And what I put was, I hope this isn't yours, but if it is, girl, put this in the group chat. So many times, and that's why so many times people be looking like they must not have no friends. That's literally the consistent. People be like, they must not have no friends, because they be putting all this stuff on Facebook. And I can honestly say, even before, I didn't put like personal stuff on my Facebook. It was just, I just post a lot. Everything that came to my mind. And yeah. But yeah, it's yeah. But again, when you're correcting someone and when you're trying to help somebody, are you doing it out of love or out of just being critical, just so you can feel high and mighty? When you're giving advice, are you giving it from a loving place, or just so you can be seen as somebody who got their shit together, and to make that person feel like they don't? Are you trying to help? Because sometimes helping looks like hindrance. Again, we can be critical all day. There's always something that, oh girl, why you doing that? You know, but are you really trying to? I had somebody just kind of, I felt like they passed judgment on me. And they didn't know. I was already dealing with the fact that I was, that I decided that I had a son out of wedlock. And I was in my 40s when I did it. And his father is not a part of his life as of yet. But, you know, they pretty much kept their relationship, because I didn't even know they was with somebody, you know, quiet, which is fine, whatever, you know. Just because, you know, we don't know about it don't mean that it's secret. But they made mention that they was having a baby, and I was like, oh, okay. I was like, oh, are you married? it the right way. And every time this person says something to me, I feel like they're being very critical of me. And I want to just be like, child, that look. Now, it did sting when they were like, well, I did it the right way. And I'm like, child, you know what I mean? People get married and yeah, they get married to do it the right way, and that'd be some bullshit. But they didn't know. They didn't know that's how I was feeling. That's why, you know, the guys that you just tell me something like that or what? You know, that's why I'm like, are we doing stuff out of love or being critical just to be critical, just so we can feel high and mighty? And every time they talk to me, I feel like they're trying to be high and mighty. But that's it. That's how I feel. And they probably gonna see this, but that's how I feel. So yeah. Anywho, that's all I wanted this morning. I wanted to just talk about that. Are you doing things out of love, or are you just being critical? You're just being critical for whatever reason. And are you unconscious to the reasons of why you're doing that? Sometimes people are unhappy and they want to presume